Hey friends, consumer attorney Rob Nahum here. I wanted to talk a few minutes today about what your economic life might look like on the other side of the corona economy. I've been practicing debt and collection law for about 18 years, so I've seen a lot of things and I've seen these cycles before. Today, in the year 2020, I still handle a lot of debt collection cases where the hole was dug back in the 2008 financial crisis. So these things have a tendency to really last a long time. In fact, a lot of the pain people are feeling right now is being muted by the efforts to help people, the stimulus money, the unemployment, the cooperation from your banks and creditors and lenders. That stuff is going to wear off at some time. They'll take the tourniquet off, and the bloodletting is just gonna flow right out again. Whatever mitigation is happening now, we're gonna feel it later. If I know anything about creditors and about banks and about debt collectors, is that someday they're going to be looking for their money. Someday they're going to look for their money. They're not going to forget that you owe them money. They may be forgetting for the moment, and that's helpful. It's helpful to survive and live to fight another day, but they're going to be back, and they're going to be back ferociously to collect their money. So what's happening now? We're getting stimulus money, right? Every qualifying American is going to get about $1,200 or maybe more in their bank account. $1,200 is helpful, sure. If you're out of work and you're getting unemployment, you're going to get some fraction of your salary. Is that going to be helpful? Yeah, it's going to be helpful for a limited time, of course. But the reality is, in the city of New York, the average cost of living is 148% higher than in other cities. The average rent is almost $3,500 a month in Manhattan. In the rest of the city, the average rent is almost $2,900 a month. Consumer prices in New York City are about 25% higher than in other places in the country. So for New York City residents in particular and the surrounding suburbs, these efforts to help us just aren't enough. It's just not enough. People can't live on it. And so what do? So they go to the credit cards. They use credit cards to bridge the gap between the stimulus and the unemployment, and they use those credit cards to buy essential things like groceries, and to pay bills, and to buy diapers, and to buy baby formula. They use credit cards for that. The average credit card interest rate is between 15 and 19%, and that's for folks with good credit. For people who have poorer credit, the interest rates are even higher. And when those credit cards go up and you don't make payments and you become delinquent, you start getting pounded with late fees and overdraft fees, and the interest rates go up. So the least among us are getting hit the hardest. So what does all this mean? What's going to happen here? At the end of all this, the banks are going to look for that money. They're going to look for that money. And the debt collection cases aren't happening now, but they're going to come later. People are going to get sued. There's going to be a huge market for delinquent credit card debt, where debt buyers, companies that go out and buy debt, they're going to go out and buy these portfolios of debt. All this debt that's being accumulated now is going to be bought and traded and sold later, and they're going to come looking for it. So the point of all this is just a warning that whatever efforts are being provided today to help give a softer landing later, that bill is going to come due. So let's be careful. Let's be deliberate about how we spend and about what we do with those credit cards. Okay? Take care of each other. Love and light.